Alright guys, I'm back again, and this time with the counter-terrorist side for the nuke.
Let's go, fellas.
As you can see, the spawning pattern is the same as on the Inferno. We're spawning in half a circle, but on this map it isn't big of a difference because we're all moving in that direction, and the difference between spawning over there and spawning over there won't make a difference. So I'm going to restart, I'm going to kick all bots, and I'm going to show you the basic spots on the map. I'm going to assume you're playing a 5-on-5 for this tutorial again, because the counter-terrorist spots on a map are way more structured when playing a 5-on-5 than playing, let's say, 8-on-8 or maybe even 10-on-10. So I'm going to assume you're playing a classic competitive game instead of a classic casual game, because the casual game just has too many players often. What's usual to do is to have one guy outside in a 5-on-5. That guy can stand over here, spot like this. This is a bit aggressive because you're spotting, but they can spot you as well. Spot like this. I wouldn't do this because then you expose yourself to a whole lot of possibilities to be shot from above the boxes, the gap, and over here. You can, if you have a good spawn, you can run to this side, as I said in previous tutorial. I would rather sit here with a rifle than with a sniper rifle, because the possibility is that they will come close, and if they come close by like this, I would want to be sitting here with a sniper, but rather with a M4, for example. And you have to be aware, if you sit here, you can be spotted from over there. So if they boost somebody on silo, yeah, you can be spotted. You don't have to be afraid of somebody getting on silo, because in a casual game, I'm going to set cheats on 1. In a casual game, there won't be somebody boosting them because there's no collision, and the chances of somebody getting on silo themselves are quite low. Not a lot of people can do that. So outside, you can stand here if you're feeling good about yourself that day and you think you can live by standing here, or you can just fall a little bit more back, like here. Maybe even if you, to mix it up, it's always good to mix things up to get close, without a sniper of course. Maybe stand here, throw a flashbang like that, bam, and then peek out. And then if you see nobody, I would return to my normal spots again, because if they hear the flashbang and you can't kill somebody, they know you're there, so you again lose the advantage of you pushing in without them knowing, because now they know, so it's not as good. You can also jump on this little edge and you can get on the red container. I forgot to mention that in the previous video when I said I would mention it, but I forgot it. So you can do this, but it's not the greatest. As you can see, I exposed myself to a whole lot of possibilities. They can stand, they can walk past the boxes and come over here, or they can stand up high. So it's not the easiest, but they won't expect me standing here, so that makes it better for me. But I'm very vulnerable for flashes, so if they throw a flashbang, I'm most likely dead if I stand over here. And a little bit farther to the right is also a possibility, as you can see. What I also like to do is to mix things up, is instead of going outside traditionally, is going inside and then going to catwalk. And I'm going to show you a trick with the ladder, because if you walk to a ladder and you go up like this, it's all fine. If you press the space bar, by the way, or jump, you throw yourself off a ladder, so that's really useful to get down faster. So this is slow, and the only thing I'm doing is pressing W now. But now I'm going to go up the ladder pressing W and A at the same time, and you'll see it's faster. So always do that. On every ladder you should press either W or D, but I always do W, A, because I'm used to that. Like that. And of course you can jump to the ladder, so you can start even higher and go even faster. So let's say I'm here, This is a really nice spot to stand. They won't expect it either. You have very nice vision, and you don't really have to be aware of silo. I mean, if you really stand like this on the edge, they can shoot you easily, of course. If you stand a bit back like that, you can still be shot, but they probably won't be doing full damage. Yeah, so beware though, because if you fall down you get 38 damage in this case, and that's not nice. I wouldn't be standing over here, because the thing you're doing as outside is covering entrance. It's the only thing you're doing. That's the only thing they can go, or they can go all the way around and go under higher, or higher crows it's called in English, I think. They can go here, but that's a long way around. So the thing that I'll try to do outside is maybe get 1 or 2 opening skills, and then with the help of lobby and house and door, they'll flash in, and then suddenly there will be terrorists everywhere. And that's a good thing, for them at least. So the thing you're trying to do is prevent them from getting inside without your team noticing. You don't have to stop them necessarily, but in a competitive game and when I'm playing with my teammates, the main objective of standing outside is knowing they're there, because then the other players can rotate around and prepare for it, and that's okay. But for you, it's just outside is, well, try to stay alive, see if you can make a kill, and if you don't, you can just fall back. And if they're way close to entrance and you can't hold them anymore, you can stand here to prevent them from going to this location. But they will expect you, but it's still very good to stand here. Or you can even go and help a bomb site by going here, for example, like that. So you can cover entrance, or you go above entrance over there. Usually the configuration on the map, the nuke, is 1 outside, 2 on ramp, and 2 on bomb site A. And I would keep that configuration for the most rounds. So 2 on ramp, 1 might be standing here. You might want to flash in if you're walking here, because if they're really fast, they can flash you before you're over there. So if you have a flashbang and you throw it like that, you can throw it, you come here, you throw it,
Throwing flashbang.
you buy yourself the time to go over here, because if they're really fast, they're blinded by that flashbang, and you can get into position. The other player might be standing here, because it's a pretty good spot, because if they go through ramp, they're going to focus. If they saw you behind the box, they're going to focus behind the box again, maybe check over here. But if they check like this, they're vulnerable for you, so they won't do that. They will do like that. But then again, if they're standing against the wall like this, it's a very easy kill if you're standing over there. So they'll check like this, and I'm going to set myself offline. And the other advantage is that if you're standing over here, you're very close to rotate to bomb site A. If you see your teammates dying over here, you can go help them out, or maybe pick up a few kills. And what I will do is throw a flashbang, maybe like this, maybe against the roof. I like to throw it here because it flashes a bit more in the open and you have the chance of flashing more people. And after throwing that flashbang, you can come out and maybe pick up a kill. So then the last 2 people on the nuke are standing on A bomb site. This is a common spot, but yeah, they'll expect you, and you don't really have that much of an advantage when you're standing here. I like to stand over here because you can obviously see their feet, and even if they flash in, if you're really close to the wall, you might not even get flashed, because the flash will land over here and there's a wall between you and the flashbang. The other player will hold squeaky, maybe stand over here like this, a little bit more cover, or just if they hear you if you see them on the radar, You always need to watch the radar, by the way. But if there's one guy standing outside and you're standing over here, and you see them outside, it's probably not a good thing to be standing over here, because you lose the advantage you might have. Because if you move around, maybe walk silent, and you go stand over here, you have the advantage that you can see their feet before they can see you. So if outside is pushing, I'll usually stand over here. I can still cover squeaky and even house if I want to, but I have a better vision for entrance. Yeah, that's about it for the nuke. It's not as difficult to hold. Oh, you can go aggressive. I said you could go aggressive outside by throwing a flashbang. Of course you can go aggressive by going through to ramp and push a little bit like this. You can push lobby. You need to be aware they can be standing here. Clear squeaky, clear sand sacks, clear house, like that. And you can go aggressive on a bomb site by just dropping down on 8 HP. Like that. You hear the sound of you getting hurt, but you saw I didn't get any damage, so it's okay. Throw a flashbang against the wall, or you don't have to, and you can just peek out. And maybe if they're running to ramp, you can shoot them. And if you throw a flashbang, you might want to peek out a little bit further. But you have to be aware that if you throw the flashbang like this and it lands over here, if somebody is standing here, they see the flashbang coming, they move back, they move forward, and they can shoot you. So beware. This is the only spot they're safe, but they can stand here. It's very easy to flash lobby, just
laying down smoke.
Lands over there. It's quite a good. If it was a flashbang, everybody here would be white, except for the guys standing over there. What I like to do, and that's more of a next level, a higher level tactic, is when I'm playing with 5 guys and we don't have any money to buy because we lost a few rounds in a row. I like to buy a flashbang, and I'm going to will tell the guys that I'm going to flash lobby. What I'll do is I go to higher, drop on the box, walk here, and I'll flash lobby, and I tell the other guys to rush ramp. So what's going to happen is they're rushing here with 3 of them or something, and what I do is I time my flashbang so it hits when they're about here, maybe shoot somebody here, and then everybody is white in this area and they can pick up the kills. So that's a really easy tactic to try out if you want to have a shot at winning the round, but you don't have weapons. And what I also do is when I'm standing on a bomb site, I shoot one of the vents. What this does is it makes me able to rotate around to bomb site B without making that much noise. You see? So if they plant the bomb at B and I will shoot the vents, then they'll know for sure I will be coming for vents. I'll leave that one closed usually because I only need one, but I will move like this so it's easier for me to rotate around. And you should rotate around, by the way. So if 2 of the guys get killed at ramp, they are for sure going to go to bomb site B, so you need to rotate, and maybe if you think you have enough time to go on spot. And what you also should be doing is, that's a really important thing, if there are less players on the nuke gets harder to play as the counter-terrorist, because the possibilities of them going on different places are getting higher. So if I'm standing here and ramp is pushed, they will come over there from under higher. So when ramp is pushing, I like to stand over here and just aim around a bit. Jesus. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.